to $65 per share, which is a 1,300% increase from its year lows of just under $3, about $3.50, £3.80, or $3.80, up to $65, and that's actually not its current price. So if I just open, this was the market close price of Friday the 22nd of January, $65.39. However, in the pre-market, if I just open up Market Watch here, its current pre-market price is $95. That's a further 30% increase in price. So in terms of my holdings, I actually invested £100 into GameStop. I sold out of £50 to put into AMC because I feel another situation could happen. And I also just want to state, this is not financial advice. This is my thought process of what I'm doing it. And before I jump into the video, I just want to ask, if you're new here and enjoy the video, please leave a like and also subscribe. But jumping into why GameStop has been going crazy recently. Again, just to get into a bit of a perspective into the max, you can just see how it's gone parabolic and it's just shot straight up. So in recent years, just a bit of background, GameStop is obviously a brick and mortar business, very traditional, and bottom line is the sales have just been falling. It's not doing very well. You can see its income statements year after year, it's losing revenue. Quarterly, its our balance sheet, the assets are going down, it's getting smaller, it's shrinking. And this has just been from its lack of innovation and lack of adaptation. So as a result of that, they had a lot of short interest. And shorting is when you bet against the stock. You bet that the stock will fall in price and you get the difference. You get paid the difference in the value you short it at. So if we short it now at $65 and it goes down to 40, you would have made $25 essentially. So what that leads to is a lot of call options where people are shorting the stock, betting against it. And this means if their price goes up too much, if the share price goes up, that means their short options will be closed out or they'll have to buy in order to maintain their short position. And what this does is, or what this is it's called a short squeeze. So for those of you who don't know, this is Investopedia's definition of a short squeeze. So it occurs when a stock or other asset jumps sharply higher, forcing traders who had bet against the price to buy it in order to forestall even greater losses, and their scramble to buy only adds to the upward pressure on the stock's price. And so for this to happen, there has to be an initial jump that closes out short positions. So in GameStop's position, this was actually by a takeover in management. So this was a guy called Ryan Cohen. So just a bit of background, you can see on this Forbes article about him. He took on Amazon. He made a company that took on Amazon and sold it for $3 billion, and now he's thinking, what's next? So just to put in, again, a bit of background on this, he basically set up an online pet store that rivaled Amazon, and it done really well. Obviously, he sold it for $3 billion. So just some headlines here. It goes on to say about how you just really focus on the customer, sell the customer products and make them happy. And it's just very customer-centric. People believe now that he's taken over GameStop, this can increase their value and make them worth a lot more money. However, I don't believe it's going to be worth from a $4 failing business up to $65 at least anytime soon. Again, obviously no one can say for sure, no one knows what's going to happen. But in my personal opinion, I am not long on GameStop. I just want to make that clear. I'm taking a complete punt here just to get maybe £40, £50. I just want to try double my money. And again, it's only 0.3% of my portfolio. That's how risky I know it is and how much I'm taking us to gamble on it. But it's really interesting to see how far it's come, and it's quite a laugh to put into this. And it's basically just a meme. This has actually come from Reddit. So if I open up Reddit here, it kind of explains it in a bit more detail. Basically explains the short squeeze, but it gives the specifics of the prices where the options are being closed out and people are buying more and why it's going to keep increasing. Now, obviously, it has the term infinite in it, and this isn't necessarily true. Obviously, it can't go on forever because at some point people are going to take their profits. But a lot of the kind of mantra behind this is just people taking on the big banks. There was a big company, Citron, betting against GameStop, and they had really big short positions, and they kept saying how the stock's going to fall more, and everyone who was buying it was an idiot, basically. You can see on their StockTwits chat that all the different kind of opinions people are talking about. It just makes me laugh so much how people are just optimistic and how people are calling each other idiots. But it's basically just saying, just keep doing it, keep buying, let's close out the big banks, we're going to beat them, and stuff like that. You can see people just like, if you short, it's like, don't do it. And then there's people saying, this could change the fundamentals forever, it can pop $200. There's loads of optimism around it, but obviously, rightly so, a lot of skepticism. People obviously can see it's a bit of just a scheme. it's hard. It's different from a pump and dump, and I think it can go a lot further as well. But for me, I don't want to risk too much, and I'm happy with making an extra 20, 30 quid off it. Like I said, it's the same as putting money on a football game or the horses. It is just a bit of a game to me. So that kind of sums up the short squeeze mantra behind it, and why it might have some fundamentals of the new management come into place. In my opinion, it does not justify over $60 in price, especially not now. And of course, when you buy a stock, you do obviously pay for future earnings potential, but I'll leave that to you to decide whether you think GameStop itself moving on to online, where you do already have the likes of Amazon and even just other, gamer retailers, and people actually specialize in online sales of games in digital copies. So is GameStop really going to compete with all the established business like that? Maybe so. However, if you want to take a gamble on it, that's rightly so, and you can do that. You can see some other short squeeze ones that have the potential as well is BlackBerry and AMC. Like I said, I'm invested in AMC as well. You can see the max here. So it went to lows of about $2. It's currently $3.50. And if we open up the current market price as well, so you can also see AMC's pre-market has gone up to $4.70. And again, you can see it closed at $3.50. So I'm just trying to work out in my head, what is that? A 30-40% increase overnight. I had 21.8 shares in it, average price $3.50. I just broke even. So as soon as the market opens the US market opens at 2:30 UK time, my portfolio should shoot up a bit. Obviously, like I said, it's a really small holdings, especially compared to my, overall portfolio of Hargreaves Lansdown and Crypto and all that. But yeah, I would have made a bit of money off these. So that's really fun to play around with. But if you are thinking about getting involved, make sure there's only money you can afford to lose, because these are really risky. And obviously the shorts could win. It could obviously plummet any time. But, that's up to your risk tolerance and how you want to view it. But to sum up, it's the short squeeze. People have shorted it. As people have kind of made the meme back on Wall Street Bets and other, retail investors piling money into it, buying the stock, it pushes the price higher, which means shorts either closed out or they have to buy to keep their position, and their buying power on the shorts to maintain their shorts means it just keeps rising. And it's kind of, I want to say, a never-ending cycle, but unfortunately, I'm sure one day it will end. So yeah, that kind of sums up what happened. Let me know if you're thinking about putting any money in the AMC BlackBerry, or if you've even made money on GameStop. That'd be interesting to hear. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.